One shot. Let's begin. Immortal Mizar by Kuramori Toru. Translated and uploaded by Boy X Real and Yang 10012000. A little bit harder to pronounce today, but we read. We relive, everybody. Let's begin. To collect things of value, display them, gaze upon them, then it starts to feel like your own life has value. Mm. The world's oldest sculpture is said to be from 30,000 years ago. It is something of great value. However, that value, it's nowhere near yours. I am Miya Hinahoshi, a world famous billionaire and collector. You're the most valuable and rare item in my collection, Mizar. A true immortal. Ah, Immortal Mizar by Toru Kuramori. Portrait of Mundi, statue of a walking woman, stone automation. This is my cabinet of curiosity. I hate human. They fight, they deceive, they betray, especially when money is involved. But I love what humans create because they're pure beauty, an embodiment of the creator's ideal. Look at these wonderful works. They enrich my life and make me happy. Hmm. On the surface, maybe, but your heart is completely dried up. What? The reason you obsessively collect things is because you're trying to fill the emptiness in your heart with objects. You pretend to be a collector, but you don't know what the most valuable thing is. You take it back, what you just said. I have absolute confidence in my aesthetic sense. I can correctly judge what is valuable. I hate values. You may be immortal, but I cannot forgive what you just said. Take it back. Nah. Open the protective barrier. Yes, sir. Grab it. Hey, hey. Your proud eyes are clouded with rage. The possession is disrespectful to its master. Why don't you show me what an immortal is really capable of? Go ahead. Don't worry. It's okay. Everyone has that reaction. Even if I'm immortal, killing something that has a human form is scarier than you think, right? No need to push yourself. What? I. Are you saying I could only act based on the same values as those insignificant humans? Ugh. I'm surprised. What a high level of pride you have to go that far. Are you satisfied? Feeling terrible, don't you? That's why I warned you. You could do whatever you want with your possessions, but that was pretty careless for a collector, don't you think? What the hell is this? Humiliation. Hey, don't look so down. My bad. Guess I got a little too mean. What do you mean by most valuable thing? You won't understand it just because someone tells you. You have to think through it for yourself. But I'll give you a hint. If you have just one thing, your whole life will be fulfilled. How trivial, insatiable desires the essence of humanity. In the first place, a fulfilled life is impossible. Possible. You, an immortal, what have you seen over your long life? How did you come to that conclusion? I'm interested. Would you tell me a story? Sure. We've got loads of time, anyways. From that day on, listening to Mizar speak of the world became my daily. Oh, that day on, listening to Mizar speak of the world became my daily routine. Let's get some drinks. It's going to be a long night. Any requests? You have R in parquet? Why such cheap booze? There's all kinds of expensive booze here. Because I like it. Your obsession with rarity and price is a bad habit. Well, cheap booze can be good once in a while. Blink. Most of the world's great artworks no longer remain. The Venus de Milo, the Mona Lisa, the winged Victoria Samothrace, those are rare exceptions. Everything is lost, eventually. Isn't that obvious? It is, but few people understand this. My brain doesn't deteriorate, so I remember something, I absolutely never forget it. I remember all the rise and fall of humanity. I've witnessed the loss of everything: objects, people, nations. It was a constant flow of human story itself, not just knowledge, but a history as an experience heard from people involved. An overwhelming presence, impossible not to listen. That's wonderful. They're like a cabinet of curiosities collecting all of history. The reason I was born immortal was surely to remember humanity's history as lived experience and pass it on to future generations. If you use your eternal life, you could amass wealth, even become a ruler. Are you really living for the sake of others? Because that's what makes me happy. It's unfair if I only do the talking. Now, it's your turn to talk. Why did you become obsessed with value? My father was a strict man with an unwavering sense of useful or useless was all he cared about. I've never once felt love. I had to prove my usefulness. If I failed to meet expectations, my worth as a person would drop. So, I cast them aside. Kindness, sweetness, entertainment, useless relationships, all those things that are unnecessary for making money. All of those worthless things. And so, I became a huge success, and I got everything. But it was lonely, right? Living like that? It's written all over your face. It's too late now. It's not too late. People can always change as long as they find a better path. Why are you so calm? I imprisoned you and even killed you once. Surely things like that has happened to you many times before. The world has never been kind to you, has it? So, why? Why can you still be kind to others? Because I still remember the joy of being treated kindly. It's rare, but there were times I was treated kindly. I can't understand that. I've never experienced anything like that. Would it be okay if I gave you some kindness? I can't believe I told someone else something like that. What's happening to me? Mr. Hinohoshi, I brought you a new collectible catalog. Not now. You can go. Yes. While spending time with him, something inside me changed. I feel an inner connection with him, a kind of familiarity. I'm starting to accept him as a person, not a possession. But I still don't think I could ever let him go. To gain something always means to live with the fear of losing it. Losing something you once had is far more terrifying than never having anything at all. He gave me a warm relationship that I never had before. Losing that warmth would feel terrible. I wish I could have used my money to change my feelings too. Huh? 5 years later. Uh, Mr. Hinahoshi, regarding the scandal involving the subsidiary, the board wishes to discuss a course of action. It's just a formality anyway, isn't it? I'm busy. I just pay the penalty fee, no one will complain. But recently, many board members are becoming resentful of your repeated absences. Ignore them. History is such a cold word, isn't it? It ignores the emotions of the people who lived in that time. Like, it just extracts the events that happened. I remember the emotions of those buried in history, those fleeting bonds formed between people. Bizarre? Hinahoshi, it's about time I leave. What? I've been treated kindly. Food, clothing, shelter, entertainment. This life has been so comfortable, completely free, but, you know, our relationship is unhealthy, right? Are you trying to run away? My mission is to collect human history. Oh, my mission is to collect human history. If I stay here, I won't be able to remember the world outside. Sorry, but goodbye. Hey, Mizar, don't do anything crazy. You see, when I die, I can regenerate any part of my body. This drains outside, does it? What? Shut down the drainage system. Yes, sir. Wait. Stop. Don't leave me. Take care. Mizar! No, this can't be. Lug, 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 lug. Ah, Mr. Hinahoshi. Why? We could stop if we immobilize him with lethal weapons. Give us the order. No, don't harm him. But isn't he immortal? He'll heal quickly. Don't you ever suggest something like that to me again. Got it? Uh, Mr. Hinahoshi, a call from the board. Mizor is my top priority. Mobilize a large number of personnel. Check the security footage of the area. Bribe the police if necessary. Uh, Once his blood is dispersed into the water, tracking it would be impossible. In which zone will he regenerate in? Dam the water flow in the entire area and bribe the dam. But that's impossible. That would have cost. I don't care how much it costs. Do it. I still haven't told him about the most valuable thing, the Alps. Wait. You're so slow. You're so slow. How many years has it been since then? Getting old. Mr. Hirahoshi, don't push yourself. Whoa. Oh, sorry, but I don't want to get caught. Wait, no, I don't want to capture you again. Huh? Oh, let's talk one more time. Uh, Mr. Hinahoshi, the board of directors has issued a notice. If you remain uninvolved in company operations, you will be fired. Huh? But this is my company. But the board's decision was unanimous. There's nothing that can be done. Enough. Right now, all that matters is fighting Mizar. You've already lost a significant amount from your personal assets and penalties. You're running out of money. I'll sell my whole collection. Mr. Hinahoshi. Mr. Hinahoshi. I'm fine. It's nothing. Hmm, I'm grateful to you. Grateful to the person who's keeping you locked up? To be honest, I was tired. Of what? For years, I was dissected for research, treated like a monster, stoned, and worshipped. Been a long time since I've had such peaceful days. Mizar, you should take better care of yourself and be more angry. You should be angry at me right now. You're being held captive, you know? That's true. But, Hoshi, I finished living my life a long time ago. I want to use the time I have left to help others. Stop living like that. It hurts to watch. Sorry. Stop it. I don't deserve any gratitude. Are in parquet. Still drinking it, huh? Oh, Mizar, you came. This is the only thing I drink now. It became my favorite since I started drinking it. I notice you haven't been following me lately. Are you not feeling well? Hmm. It's my time. I have always wanted to apologize to you. The cruel things I did to you when I was young, arrogant. I shouldn't have treated you like an object. I should have treated you like a person. I should have never locked you up. If I had done that, we could have become lifelong friends. I'm so sorry. I sincerely apologize. I'm so sorry. Did you chase after me just to apologize for what happened back then? Did you sell your entire collection just for that? The truth is that I wanted to be your friend. I forgive you. Huh? You are my friend. I lost all my collection, but the person I love the most is back. Tell me, what kind of life are you living now? Actually, I've been thinking about what you said, and I thought maybe I should try living my life again. I'm currently working at an art museum. I wonder if it was you who sparked my interest in art. It's obvious, but even if I die, your word will keep on going. Are you worried? This may be a bold request, but please remember me? Of course, my memories with you will always remain in me. Thank you. Now I can go without any regrets. But what about you? Who will remember you? Everyone will leave you behind. How will you find fulfillment? Hoshi, the memories of the day I spent with you will be a comfort to me. These memories, these feelings, they are the most valuable things to me. Ah, I see. What a relief. Tell me your story till I fall asleep. Of course I will. Were you able to obtain your most valuable thing? Uh, no. You don't need to answer, or, no. You don't need to answer. I could tell just by looking at your face. Blink. Immortal Mizar by Taro Kuramori. Translated by at Voyexriel. Follow me. Oh man, that was good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. This is one of those that I don't know. It definitely makes you think, and I guess it was tagged philosophical in that case, right? It was like, okay, philosophical, sure. And just the idea of someone living to be immortal and what that truly means, right? Like they go and they see everything collapse, they go and they see everything built, they see life. They see humanity at its best, they see humanity at its worst, and yeah, yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I think this is also really interesting to like kind of voice act because when I was first starting this here, you know, this man, I am Maya Hinimoshi. I was at the main criticism I had as I was thinking about this was like, oh, okay, they're starting off with heavy exposition. I'm a billionaire and collector. You're the most valuable and rare item in my collection, a true immortal. Um, I think they probably could have maybe done this a little bit better, this exposition, as it's really the only thing that they need. But aside from that, it's like, okay, that's my main, if only criticism, I guess. And then at the end, it's like, ooh, man. And then the man cries. And it's like, I can tell just by looking at your face. And it's like, like that man has showed more emotion and just seeing somebody that he valued as well, calling him his friend, and he's willing to tell a fortune just by saying, wanted to say I'm sorry, you know. And it's interesting because this man, I like from him here, I just and maybe it was because like I was like, okay, this man's gonna be a little bit condescending, a little bit where he speaks to your soul, and then a little bit down. Like, okay, he's gonna psychoanalyze him, and okay, but then I think the second he like this man just snapped, and I was like, boom, and he goes for the kill. Like, okay, that it becomes a super interesting turn where he's chasing after him. They're both helping each other. They're both kind of expanding upon their world, expanding on everything. And just, would it be okay if I gave you some kindness? Just the grabbing out and reaching out. It's stunning. It's beautiful. It's it's art. It's art. Hmm. I hope to create something so wonderful someday. I really do. This is stunning. Hmm. And now, this didn't make me cry or anything. It didn't make me burst out, but it's also feels profound just to see this man's desperation too. Because I was also expecting it to be some just, okay, I'm going to go broke. I'm going to go this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do whatever, right? And then to have him at the end just give it up for that person. Um, yeah. And just to have that friend or whatever. I was expecting the worker to go and do whatever, and him reciprocating an immortal with this one person. It's super interesting. And then the him like having fun as well. Sorry, but I don't want to get caught. That joy he felt as this man aged, and it didn't need to be like a big chase, and just the like him willing to go so far. It's like, damn, what can this billionaire really do? It's super interesting. It kept me engaged throughout this entire thing, and it was like, oh, just the juxtaposition of them too. Um, is amazing. And then this person here says, "I don't want to capture you again. Let's just talk one more time." And it's like, okay, he'll sell his whole collection. So if he's gonna get fired, this is what he's gonna do. Um, and valuable works of art, valuable this, that, or the other, as he just becomes sick and tries to live his days in peace. And I think about this man who's like, oh, um, you're not following me. And in a sense, that's where he probably sees the friendship. This man gave him a sense of kindness. This man gave him a sense of excitement in his life, and he also gave him zest for his life back. Where he's like, yeah, I decided to start living my life again. And that's wonderful. This is like one of those things too that if I ever stop doing this, until the heat death of the universe, I suppose, or until I become too sick to keep doing this. Because I really do want to keep doing this, if I ever have a family someday, or if I ever, who knows, right? Or if I hope I don't get into an accident someday and just suddenly pass, But yeah, I feel like this would kind of be almost like the last thing I would have liked to have read, or maybe on repeat, like this would be the last one, because it just feels so appropriate, right? In order to have this one kind of be the finale, because it's also like real. Yeah, it just seems like they both lived a life, and this person is like could die without regrets, and he still had that one last conversation, and just the idea of him saying, "Please remember me," and just for an immortal who's lived hundreds of thousands of years and probably has thousands more to go, or millions and billions of more to go, right? Um, and for this in the big picture of the universe, for these short, we'll say 80 years or so, to be remembered by him, and for him to inspire and change him like that is wonderful. It'll be a comfort to him. And the idea of remembering that kindness, remembering everything would be, is kind of amazing. And I love that. And and just even this, where it's like, okay, now he is the art, he is the portrait, unless this is how he became immortal. And I this is one that I don't think needs a full series at all. But I think if this were to be one of those manga that's kind of published maybe like one volume once a year. Not even once, not a serialization in the traditional sense, but they're gonna like follow maybe one or two characters, and this man follows him, and we can kind of see what it has and just what he experiences. And each time it's this very sentimental, deep story. I would love it because this is one where it's almost I want them to publish less and but not publish as much. I don't want a weekly serialization where the quality could just kind of just drop week after week, or even month after month, or then just subject to the pressures of publish or die. But I would love if they just continue to do this, and I wonder about that too. I wonder. Yeah, I'm just reflecting about all this. And even just the Auron Park, right? Where this one in itself is also symbolic, right? Of not only their bond because he kept it far, but like, hey, this is just cheap booze, right? And yeah, maybe it's cheap booze, but also what might be considered cheap might be the most valuable thing to somebody, other people, That is, yeah, yeah. Even just to kind of relate this to this channel is that like this many um I had a friend. We're no longer in communication with each other. Um, And one of the things I'm like, yeah, I could always, I know how to go viral. I don't know if I know how to go viral, but I could be partnered on YouTube, right? I know I can. I know if I put in the effort, if I put in like the video essence in my other YouTube channel, which I did, and then which I do. And even that channel, definitely, I got like another video apology. It's just taking a long time, just because life, right? Like all of a sudden, it's like, oh, now I have to go and spend time in other aspects where people want to spend time with me, and I'm like, okay, I'm willing to try and keep those memories. But kind of to relate to that, there's my latest video there has like 20,000 views, or my first video, right? A lot of effort, this, that, or the other. And while that is cool, I like the 2, 3 views I get on some videos here. I like the 5, 6 views I get on this channel here. It's wonderful to me. I feel a deep sense of gratitude and a deep sense of joy. And the reason I brought up my friend is that they were like, "Oh, sure you can. I seen what type of views your videos get." And it's like, "Yeah, you did." And they're the most valuable views that I get all the time in all of my time doing this. Because this is my art. This is my joy, my sadness, my anger, my excitement, my melancholy, my myself in the end. And yeah, this is a joy. And to just kind of have that like cheap alcohol and booze go forward. And maybe I see myself a little too much in this guy as well sometimes. Maybe not the whole like kindness thing, because I've been treated kindly, and well, I've been lucky enough to be treated kindly for a very long time. But it's also where, our relationship is unhealthy, right? That's also a fun thing there, where it's like, oh, he's killing himself. Damn. Um, where is it? I had to prove my usefulness. If I failed to meet expectations, my worth as a person would drop. If I cast them aside, and all those things that were unnecessary for making money, all those worthless things, so I became a huge success and I got everything, you know? But it was lonely. And that's like another thing is, um, during the time of my on YouTube, the pandemic, I got 2 master's degrees accelerated to finish the program faster, and at the cost of a lot of potential relationships, some experience. And now that I got it, it's nice I'm making money. And it's nothing to scoff at. Um, but it's also like in the grand scheme of things, other people will make more money in a significantly shorter period of time with the less work that I had to put in. And even now I'm getting a lot of work, and not introduce this, but in general, it's like, huh, it's a little lonely. Um, uh, well, sort of. You know, every morning I get a notification, and that notification makes me happy. It's quite wonderful. Mm. Even the timeline is like 5 years later. Yeah, it's been 5 years since I started this channel. I think this just hit me deeply personal on a lot of levels in a way that I kind of didn't expect. Also, it makes me grateful that I could do something like this and make me manage everything that I do. The art is good. The art is wonderful. Are there a few minor things? Yeah, there's a few minor things here or there, but you can see the raw emotion here. You see the sweating. You see this, and then this is like one of those things where with these last slides, if I were to, it would be a sense of joy, but not like crying, right? Because happy tears are different than other tears. Hmm. But I would say I felt love. I felt love. Oh, this person has. I've read one of their works before. They did Killer Parent. I remember this one. I hope this person has done a lot of the work. I remember this. This is where the person gave up, where he found love in himself in this here, and that's wonderful. I wonder what this person's background is. They wrote a lot of these deep ones that are astonishing. Maybe this person had a family, maybe this person sees the joy of it. And I don't think I've read either of these ones. Um, yeah, I think I've read either of these ones. No, did I? Think I might have read this one. I don't know. I maybe check that out. If anything, it might be my first repeat accidentally. Oh, maybe I gotta learn French now for this one because I was excited to see that we got to number. C'est toi le fais-moi tiene de la résolution de problèmes. I don't know how to, even how to pronounce French. I like this author. I like this mangaka. They do really good work, and they're kind of doing what I asked of them. They just publish one really high quality work every now and again, and that's joyful. That's joyful. I don't know how. I don't understand Twitter or X very well. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, I enjoy this. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Um, Tori. Looks like they do. They do got something they're publishing more and more every week. Going someone a slave who Julie set sail for the great continent with 100 slaves, all yearning for freedom until. I wonder if this is. I want to own this work. I want to own this work. I want to own all his work. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I know got deeply personal here with a lot of these things, and I guess part of it too is I am going back to work tomorrow. I'll still be publishing, but I'm gonna have a lot less time for certain things, and you know, we'll see how I'll manage it too. But it's also such a privilege and a joy to be able to do this and continue to do this. Thank you all, and of course, thank you to Black Sun, who's kind of been the underpinning of a lot of this joy, the friendship, a lot of that stuff. Oh, Alexa. The Alexa app in the background was speaking. Okay, I don't Alexa speaking a little too much, but that's okay. Yeah, thank you, Black Sun. They're wonderful, and it's a joy. Definitely a joy. And I hope everything goes well for you as well. And hope, with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.